Hey, what is up? What is up? What is up? Sharise Johnson Moore here with a new episode of Entrepreneurial Corners. Entrepreneurial Corners is the place to be for entrepreneurs that want to change some things in their business or they have new ideas and they need a little help with going from idea to preparation to launch. I want to say hello, everyone. Sharise Johnson Moore here, your host for today, executive producer of Entrepreneurial Corners. Today, our topic is turning your passion into profit. How to build a purpose-driven business. Turning your passion into profit. How to turn your purpose-driven business. So, how to build a purpose-driven business. We want to talk about this topic today because I have seen so many entrepreneurs where they have these ideas. And I hope this segment helps you as much as me doing the research has. And so here are some pointers I would like to give entrepreneurs of how to build a purpose-driven business. First, we want to start with, we want to really get into this passion versus profit. Passion versus profit. What is the difference? What is the difference? Now, we want to think about our passion. What do we have a desire for? What do we have a urging to do? And we want to go into the passion versus profit. And we want to know what's the difference between a passion and a profit, right? And so, passion is something you love doing. Passion is something that you love doing. But profit it comes when you turn that love turn that love into a solution that people are willing to pay for. Now, passion is what you love doing. Profit, it comes from when you learn and turn that love into a solution to solve other people's problems and get paid for it. So, we want to, sometimes it is, we want to help others. We want to, start the nonprofits. We want to start our catering business. We want to start our media business, things of that nature. And we have this understanding that's something we love to do. Like if you're a videographer, give you this example. You like helping people create their videos for their, how can I say this? You're a videographer and you want to, help people with their putting their photos and making a video out of, right? Now you love doing this, but you love it. 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 It's something that you're not getting paid for at the moment, but you love doing it. Now, in the profit side, you take that thing that you love and you turn it into how to make a profit off of it, off of your services. Where you take other people's photos and you put them you create a video for them, somebody took pictures of family reunion, right? And you decided to, you're gonna take all the photos from the family reunion, and you're gonna sit down and compose these photos into a video segment, right? Now, that is good to have. That is a good thing to do when it comes to your family. and you want to provide this service to other people besides your family, and you go into this mindset of you don't know how to start making a profit from it. But it comes with, okay, it comes with a price tag attached to what you love. Okay? Now you take that, you be like, okay, I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna see how other people want to do, how other people want to work with me and things like that, right? And it's some things on the back end that you did not realize that you had to do in order to start making a profit from what you love doing, right? And you don't, and some things you have to have an understanding of how much you're going to charge the people, how much is the fee going to be, how many hours you're going to be at the event. Say they want you to take the pictures and turn the pictures into video. So that's another aspect we have to think about. If you, want to do the videography, you take the pictures, that's photography and the video. So then you combine them, that's another service. Or you could just be doing, okay, well, I'll do the video. I'll take the video of the family reunion. Okay, you could do that. So it is something that you love to do, and you turn it into a profit. You learn ways of making money off of what you do. Okay, so, and I wanted to, when it comes to passion, why passion alone isn't a business strategy. Okay, why passion alone is not a business strategy. And with that, it is a thing of, we can step into things that we love, but on the back end of this passion, and we want to turn it into profit, we have to have an understanding of where we're going to start at, how we're going to start. You do, it's something that you love, but it's going to be a full-time job. Okay, full-time, part-time, you decide. And are you mentally prepared to do this as a business? Are you prepared mentally to do this as a business where you're taking time to leave your house to go to different places, different locations? Are you going to invest in turning this into a profit-driven business, a purpose-driven business? And I say passion is not enough because you can have all the desire in the world, but you have to think about the other aspects that come into play when it comes to turning this passion into a profit. Like, are you going to make a website? Are you going to invest the money for the website? Lead forms? Are you going to invest the money in creating your own videos for sales presentations, things of that nature? How much are you going to invest in this purpose-driven business, right? And that's why they say passion is not enough, because I want to just say this: entrepreneurship is not something you could just throw against the wall and make it stick. It's not that. It's not nowhere near that, right? Experiencing this myself when I first started my business. I did not know what else to do. I wrote my first book. I published the book, did all the work myself and everything, but I did not know the business aspect side of being an author. And I'm an avid researcher. So my advice to you, if you want to turn your passion into a profit, you have to do the research on that passion, what it all entails, or what you would have to do to make a profit from the business. I tell all entrepreneurs, Do your research. Do the research, do the research, do the research of all that is entailed in turning this passion into a profit. Okay? And how to balance doing what you love and meeting market needs. You have to do the analytics of what kind of business and what it will entail as far as research of other businesses that are in this field of your passion, videography. How many videographers you got in the area that do that kind of work? What are their rates? What do they charge? How do they go about getting clients? How do they go about in getting all of their equipment for this particular job, particular business that they have created? And so, market needs, those things that make you unique in the market, when you go out and you do the research of, look, this is what this company doing, this is what this business is doing that is in the same category as you as a videographer. I'm just giving that as an example. And how does that play an active role in where you live in the demographics in your area, with the demographics that are in your area of this particular field that you are in, right? You have to research all that. Okay, again, example, a videographer who loves doing videos. They love to compose these videos. But you got to learn how to sell yourself. You have to learn how to present yourself to customers and get the sale. So that is some things, like I said, you will have to, you have to learn that, right? And so number 2 is we've got find your zone of genius, right? Find your zone of genius. It is the introductory kind of, it's introductory. You're introductory to being introduced in the marketplace, as far as what you love, what is good, what you're good at, find out what you really, really like. What are you passionate about? What do you really, really like when it comes to what you do for others? Whether you are a virtual assistant, a videographer, you kind of, you do the healthcare, like you want to make sure the elderly get to their doctor's appointments, things like that, right? And what people are willing to pay. Remember we talked about that, what they're willing to pay for your services? So these are some things that you have to do. It's the 3-circle method. What you love, what you're good at, and what people are willing to pay you. Okay? And this exercise I would like for you to try, is list 3 things you love, the skills you have, and 3 problems you could solve. Let's do that. It's the skills, the things you love, the skills you have, and the 3 problems that you can solve. Okay? And when you find out these 3 things, it is very important to have that understanding. Do you want to be full-time? Do you want to be part-time? Do you want to really go for the gusto and put everything into this? Do you want to invest in getting your products and services out there? Do you want to do events? Do you want to do at home? It just depends on what you love and how to turn that passion into a profit. Okay, so number 3 is from a hobby to a hustle. Packaging your passion. Okay, packaging. Turn the passion into a business means creating offers people can buy. Turning a passion into a business means creating offers that people will buy. Okay? So, how to turn your skills into services, products, or digital goods, right? Okay, I'll give you this example. Baking. You could, some people start out with custom-made cakes. They make, you've seen them on social media where they are making these homemade cakes and they're putting it all together and then they putting the fancy designs on the outside. That's baking. Baking, they like cupcakes, they like pies, they like, all kind of cakes, upside down lemon cake, bundt cakes, chocolate double deluxe cakes, and wedding cakes, and anniversary cakes, and some people get divorce cakes, okay? And that's a service, it is a service. A baking can go to sell custom-made items, okay? Photography. Create stock photo bundles. Stock photo bundles. Well, you've taken a plethora of pictures and you have put them into a catalog for people to look at to see what your work looks like. Putting them into a catalog and showing people what you have done and what it looks like. How your photography, are you good at it? Do you get good at angles? Things of that nature. And that's one of the things that you could do. One of the things people always, they pick up these passions. Is it a hobby or is it a hustle? Okay? You got, packaging, a hobby and a hustle is 2 different things. So, say you like writing. And you thinking about, I could be a good ghostwriter. Okay. Offer your ghostwriting skills to other people that want to write books, but they don't have the time. Ghostwriting consists of writing from notes or you writing someone else's story. They tell you and you do the writing for them. Ghostwriting. Okay. And so that is an occupation, ghostwriting. A lot of people do that where they take other people's stories, they get notes, they get comments, they get things, like this is the storyline, this is what I want to do, this is how I want the story to end, da 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 da. They give this ghostwriter all the info, what's supposed to go into this manuscript, and the ghostwriter does all the writing for them. Okay? So, importance of pricing right. Don't undercharge people. When it comes to your prices, always do your research in the field of how much other people are charging. So you don't underbid. It's called underbidding. Underbid someone else's prices. You may want to start. Okay, I'll give you this example. When I first started doing my shows, I realized something that I could not keep doing them for free. It was something I started, like this show, Entrepreneurial Corners, and I would have entrepreneurs on, and then I realized I have the equipment that I use needs to be paid for. The applications I use. First, I was with Restream. Then I changed from them. Then I changed to StreamYard. Then I changed to Ecamm. Then I changed to Riverside. And all of them have different pricing ranges, like I said. But I had to realize I have this bill coming to me every month. So I had to start charging people to come on my shows to cover my bill. That only made sense. it turned into from a hobby to a business. Okay, so basic tools. You might need your tools like I need to use Canva. Canva has a professional mode to it. You could use it for free or you could use it to pay for it. Okay. These are things you have to research. What applications you're gonna have to use in that business that you're doing. If you're doing videography, Canva, you could use Canva. You could, if you want to create your website and things like that, use Shopify, Durable.co. You can use GoDaddy. You can use, what's the other one? Wix for your website. You could do different avenues. You could do Photoshop for your photos, things of that nature. But all of these things, these applications that you use, they do have when they have a free version and you got a paid version. Now, free version, you're going to get limited access. Okay, limited access. Now, when you do the paid version of these applications, there is a fee and you have more access to more features in these applications. Okay, so you're going to have to calculate how much your bills are going to be every month if you turn this from a passion to a profit. Okay, you got to calculate how much money you're going to have to spend to do this as a business, to make profit. And once you start making profit from something, you can do it as a hustle, or you can go legit and get your LLC, your EIN, and get all your things together for taxes and things of that nature. Or you can still, you can still do it as a hustle. That's your choice. And it is up to you, Mindset, number 4 is a mindset shift for passioneers. Mindset shift. Okay. Mindset shift is what separates dreamers from doers. Mindset shift is what separates dreamers from doers. Okay? Okay. So, mindset shift is, I don't know what I should do. I don't know how to do this. I get this a lot from a lot of people that ask me my advice. So what do I have to do to change this passion to profit? And I tell them they have to learn new skills. Oh, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't want to do that. I get that a lot. But my thing is, you always have to be in a mindset of learning instead of having a mind block with, I don't want to learn this. I do not want to do this. I get a lot of, I'll pay somebody else to do it. And I'll be like, okay. So I break it down to them. Nobody works for free. Okay? You might be lucky with that. You might be blessed with that. God might bless you, okay? But majority of the people that I know at certain skills, they gonna charge you for, right? Like if you need like this program I'm doing, right? I give you this example. I had to learn how to use Riverside. Ecamm and Riverside is two totally different kind of apps. They are two totally different kind of applications. They do the same thing, but they work in different ways. So you have to watch, if you had to do a live, okay, if you had to do a live, I'm just putting this out there, and you didn't know how to work none of the gadgets, you didn't know how to work none of the stuff that was on this application, how would you do it? That means you had to sit down and go through each video that they have to present to you so you can learn how to do these things. To learn how to even put the symbol, your logo, on your screen, or the writing that I have on the corner of my screen here that says my name and I'm an executive producer. These are things that you might have to learn with these applications. Canva, I'll give you an example. Canva, you have to learn how to do graphic design. So graphic arts design application. That's how I make all my intro videos, my topic videos, all the things that you see in my business when I have guests on my shows, things that I had to actually sit down and learn how to do these things because I did not have money to pay somebody. And sometimes we can get in our own way when we say, oh, we not gonna learn this. I don't want to learn this. I don't have the time. Okay, so because you do not want to learn something new, that is holding up your business for exposure. That is holding your business up, from leveling up, from not being seen to being seen. Okay, I'm just giving y'all some examples. Okay, if and then we had this mind block of, I don't think I'm good enough to pull this off. I'm too busy. We make excuses for not to do stuff in our business. We make excuses. Oh, I put that off till tomorrow. I can do that tomorrow. I'll worry about that later. Okay, but procrastination can hold you up in your business from making a profit. Say you're an author. I give you this example, author. And you just published your first book, right? And you really don't know what to do next. So, with that, how would you feel if someone asked you to do an interview for the show? A show that they, interview authors. Like if I asked you, you're an author, and I asked you, would you like to do an interview for my show? You be like, no, I don't do interviews. Okay. So, you don't want to tell anybody about what you did or what you wrote about. You don't want to show nobody the book cover. You don't want to share what the book is about. You don't want to move into that. And then this is the one I hear the most. I'm shy. Okay, you shy. But I say this. Start out with practicing. Start out with practicing on your computer where you and a friend and your friend get some questions and ask you these questions like you in an interview. You can start that way. Ask your friend, your closest friend. She know you probably, they know you wrote a book. So go ahead and she interview like it's do a mock interview. Do a mock interview. Okay? Get you and your friend to sit down and do the research of what all entails in me doing an interview for my book. Okay? What all entails of me doing an interview for my book, right? And then you think of it as, look, okay, let's do this mock interview, okay? Ta-da! You have just done your first interview, if you think about it. It's a mock interview. No one's going to see it, but you have accomplished your fear of being seen on the screen. Okay, you have completed, you have moved your mindset of I don't want to be seen to being seen. And then you may even want to ask your friend when you have other interviews, can you come and sit in the audience with me? This another one I just thought of. Have your friend come sit in the audience with, in the audience in this interview, and they'll let you know, hey, how you doing? I'm here for you, da da da. That person can be your relaxation point if you're nervous about doing interviews. Okay? I'm just, putting it out there. Dealing with imposter syndrome and self-doubt. Oh, I don't think I can do this. I don't think, I don't know. I don't know, should I do it or not? I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm worthy of this. I don't think I don't think one I used to use would be, don't nobody want to see me. That's what I used to use. Don't nobody want to see me. Don't nobody want to, ain't nobody going to support me. That's another one I used to use. And I realized that what I had to share had value because of the way things were. Whenever I came on live, whenever I did a post, whenever, I used to think that. Don't nobody want to see me, or I'm not gonna get no views from this. Ain't nobody gonna watch. Imposter syndrome. You're trying to do everything you see somebody else do. That's imposter syndrome. Be you. Be you like you know how to do you. Don't be like Sam, Ann, Willie, Joe, and them. Don't be that. Don't just be natural, be you. And, it might, with that imposter syndrome, you start copying other people. Don't copy, be an original. Okay? Be an original. When I first did this show, I first did Authors Extra Sunday, and I did not know what I was doing. I just got on the screen, call a friend, say, okay, you want to do an interview? I knew some people wrote books. So what I started out doing, I said, well, excuse me. So what I started out doing was, just calling my friends to come on the show. I want to interview you for the show. I wasn't charging nobody at the time. I just said, okay, I'm gonna just try this. God gave me that idea, okay, because it was something I was looking for. I was looking forward to be interviewed as an author, and I did not see that in. I didn't see that. Everywhere I looked, I didn't see nobody interview nobody. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to interview everybody. Okay, but I realized that I had to step out on faith. I had to step out and do what God asked me to do when it came to, and some people say, how they say it? Just start already. Just start already. Forget everybody else, forget their opinions, forget the naysayers, forget the haters, because you always going to have that. You always going to have the haters and the naysayers and, oh, you ain't good enough, and you weren't. Stop worrying about what other people saying, because they ain't got a heaven or hell to put you in, okay? All right. So, you may want to do daily affirmations. I'm beautiful. I'm smart. I am brilliant. I am a good thinker. I got a brain. My brain works the way God had it for me to work. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Those kind of affirmations, right? And then we want to surround yourself with supportive people. Surround yourself with supportive people. Them negative people, gone with that. Gone. Go away. Go sit down somewhere, right? And so, and it's also good to be in positive groups. Positive groups women's groups, if you're a man in a man's group, start hanging around people that you want to get to that level too. Like you see other entrepreneurs in your town or city or whatever, and you may want to ask them, hey, can I shadow you for a day? Can I shadow you to see all the things that you do for a day? Right? Shadow you for a day. Show me what you do in the course of a day when it comes to your business, because your business, I want my business to be like your business, but not copycat the business. Okay. That's one thing that I learned from my coach, Audra Richmond. If you do not know who she is, you need to get in contact with her. Audra Richmond. A-U-D-R-I-A. Richmond. Like Richmond, Virginia. R-I-C-H-O-O-N-O-N-D. Richmond. Okay? Okay, Richmond. Check her out. I'm giving her her props because you also may want to get into a marketing class. Excellent teacher, Audra Richmond. Just giving you a hint, throwing it out there to you. And because she could teach you marketing and launch strategies. I was in her class for a whole year. I was in her class for a whole year with the Uncloned Launch Circle. And it taught me so much about what I was not doing in my business correctly. Okay, still got my notes, still got the book, still, I'm no longer in her class, the paying class every month, but I still can go back. I went through the whole course. It was a course. I went through the course. I got plenty of notes, got plenty of notes and things of that nature to fall back on to really get an understanding of how to market and launch my offers and things of that nature, right? So, marketing, number 5, marketing with a purpose. That's why I brought that up. Because I didn't know nothing about no marketing. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I was just posting stuff and I was just posting stuff and think people would like it and had no thought process into what I was posting for my business. I had no direction. I had no purpose. I was just throwing stuff out there. And then when I took her class, I realized what I was doing wrong. And as soon as I started doing what she taught us to do, my business changed. My business changed totally. So, marketing with a purpose. Marketing isn't selling, it's storytelling and serving. What do you think I'm sitting here doing right now? Storytelling and serving at the same time. With the wisdom and the knowledge that I have learned over these 9 years. I'll be having an anniversary. My business be 9 years old in July. Okay? So, how to share, marketing isn't selling, it's storytelling and servicing. How to share your story authentically to attract your ideal audience. How? Tell a story. Tell your experiences. Tell how you went from this level to this level. It's about a story. Okay, well, when I first started out, didn't know nothing about no book, didn't know about nothing about marketing, nothing. When I started taking classes and investing in myself, my business started making money, and this is how it was done. Storytelling. Examples. I give why you started. Why did you start your business? I give you my story. Okay. My story begins with the 3 deaths of my most important loved ones. My grandmother, who raised me from a baby until adulthood. My father, my father and my mother. My grandmother passed 2011. My dad passed 2 weeks before my birthday in July. And my mother passed 6 months later after my father. That is my lead way to say, God spoke to me in my mother's funeral and asked me and told me, now it's time for you to write your story. That's how I started my business. God told me, I was sitting in my funeral, now it's time for you to write your business. Write your book. Now it's time for you to write your book. And I'm thinking, write a book? Like, really? Like, write a book? Okay, I don't know about writing a book. Okay. And then I asked God, what I'm supposed to write about? And he's like, look, you supposed to write about you. That was his answer, write about you. So after I left my mom's funeral, I turned around and started writing my book, which is entitled, my book here, Come Loving Yourself. This is my first book I wrote, right? And I did the research on how to write a book and what I'm supposed to do. And so that's how, you also may want to, get some, if you're doing a service-based business, you want to get your clients or customers testimonials to just start you out. Okay, you doing service-based business. If you do a graphic art design and you have customers that you're starting to have a roster with or a routine with or a regular basis, you're doing work with them, ask them, give you testimonials. If you're a publishing company and you're starting your publishing company or you're helping other authors publish their books, ask them for testimonials. Okay? That's a good way of putting your marketing out there. It shows that you have credibility. Credibility means a lot in business. Okay? When it comes to your marketing. It does have a resound effect on your marketing when you can show proof to people of what you have done for other folks. Okay, it does that. It gives you credibility in the marketplace for these things. Behind the scene of a process. Okay, so behind the scenes of process. Say you're writing a new book, you're writing a book, and you take a screenshot of what you have on the screen, and then you add that to a post that's showing that you're writing a book. You're in the process of writing a book. Say that you're going to an event or you're going somewhere and you're supporting somebody. That is behind the scene footage. Oh, I went to go to this author's book signing event, and because I'm an author too, and I like supporting other authors as well, so I'm gonna take these pictures and I'm posting them on my Facebook page. And you also giving exposure to the author that you went to go see, or you went to get their books. So you and the author take the pictures together. Okay, that's exposure. That's exposure for you. That's exposure to show that you don't mind supporting other people and you're helping uplift someone else's dream as an author as well. Okay. Say you ordering your first book, you getting your first shipment of newly published books, and you just getting you order 50 books, right? 50 books, right? And the books come to your house, and you put it on video. And you share it out. And you share it out where you're holding, you get your tripod stand and put your cell phone up there, or you get your son, daughter, whoever is in the house, whoever is around you at the time when these books arrive, you get them to hold the camera while you open the box and say, ooh, I got a new box. I got a box. I got a box. Ooh, my goodness. I got my new box of books. Behind the scene footage. Or you going to do a book signing event where you record what your vendor table looks like. Say you go to a big vendors event, right? A vendors event, and you take a picture of all the vendors. You take a video of all the vendors that are there, that are authors. You can even interview them. Interview them. Okay, so my name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I'm here to interview Mary Sue Jane, and she just wrote her book, and I just want to give you a little mini interview for her so y'all can know who she is. Behind the scene footage. Okay? And the importance is your social media presence. This plays a vital part in your marketing with a purpose. I always tell entrepreneurs that please put all your information into your social media profiles. Okay? Put all your information into your social media profiles. Okay? Whether you're an author, whether you a cook, a chef, or you got a janitorial company, business, make sure your social media looks decent. Don't just have your name. Don't just put your name there. Okay, my name is Mary Sue Jane. I own this company. I own Wish Wash janitors, janitorial. And you don't have a city. You don't have a city there. You don't have an email there. You just have your name, the business name, and that's it. No way of contacting you. You need your phone numbers. You need your emails. And you need a website. Okay? You just got to create a landing page. Landing page is just a page where they can go and see what you do. You can put photos on your landing page. You can put your name, address, email, all that contact information on the landing page. But it's long and contact section where people can leave you messages on the board and you get them in your email to make sure that you get them. And I'll tell you this, please read your emails. When you do not read your emails, you are leaving money on the table. Okay, leave money on the table. I don't think you want leaving the money on the table, okay? So that is some things that I have for you today where you can turn your passion into profit, okay? I will be talking next week. I have not decided on a topic yet, but I will keep you posted, okay? I think next week we're going to talk about social media. We're going to talk about let me put this on this paper. Hold on. Now, this is how my brain works. For my shows. Okay. Entrepreneurial Corners. I think my next week topic will be social media presence. Okay? That's our topic for next week. I'm going to go ahead and do my research. I already have the pinpoints in my head about what that's about. But I have a tendency of writing notes. I've been looking at my notes. And I'm going to tell you something. Okay, let me see. I want to say, you might think it's a cheat sheet, but it's quite not. ChatGPT. This is how I take my notes. I ask ChatGPT to give me information about a topic I want to talk about. It's just like if you went to Google, you ask Google, what do I need to have in my social media presence? What do I need to have in my social media profile to present in a good to present my business in a good stature to look good on social media? Question. That's a question. So my assignment for you, if you are watching this and you're thinking about turning your passion into profit, please, your assignment will be, how does my social media presence have to look in order to draw an audience? Or to, turn this passion into profit. That is your assignment for first time. You're thinking about starting a business. You're thinking about doing some things. You're thinking about making some money off of what you do. Okay. If you do not have a clear or you want a thought out process, please contact me. Please contact me. Please contact me. Please, contact me. Please contact me. Okay. SNJM. See, I kind of do it on the screen myself. Okay. And so, I want to let you know that this is my email address here. This is my email address. ShariceandJohnsonMoore.com. Email me and we'll sit down and put a plan together. We'll sit down and work it out, what you need to do from beginning to end in order to turn this passion into profit. Okay? I love you all, and I hope that you all have a blessed day. And I thank you so much for tuning in to Entrepreneurial Corners. I hope my information today helps you very much so. I love you, and everyone have a blessed day.